Hey friends, it's me, Christiana Gaudette. I am your Tarot Fairy Godmother, and I am live on my YouTube channel. It's Saturday. That means it is time for the Saturday Psychic Sampler, where you ask specific questions and I give you specific answers. Before we get started, let me shout out Jeannie Mnuchin, who's been a member for 10 months and who has helped out with a super sticker. Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate that. Robin Renee, who is also a member, who has helped out with a super sticker. And Chang, I don't know, I feel like we haven't talked in a while. I got an email from you recently, but I'm thrilled to see you here. And thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate it. I hope you have a great weekend too. So happy to see all of you, friends that I see often, friends I don't see often. Very happy to see you all here today. I do want to say thank you to everyone who has helped out so far with a super chat and super sticker. Really appreciate it. And I want to shout out all of the members. You can tell who the members are because their names are in green. I really appreciate that support. You can also support this channel by subscribing and hit the notification button. And make sure you like this video. All right, without further ado, let's get going. I want to remind you, this is the Saturday Psychic Sampler. What we do here is specific questions only. So if you've asked for a card or a message, what message does Spirit have for me, or that kind of thing, I'm not doing it. It's got to be a specific question. So if you've asked one of those more general questions, and we have other lives where I will answer those questions, but on Saturday, we want to squeeze the juice. We want to spill the tea. That's what we want to do. So if you've asked one of those less specific questions, go ahead and put in a more specific question and I will get to it. All right. The first question I see is Adriana. So nice to see you. Been struggling for several years now. Despite my efforts and hard work, my life isn't getting any better, especially financially. When would my life improve? All right, let's take a look. You know, the thing is, there is definitely something holding you back, and it feels like it's something within you. Whether it's an energy that has been with you that you need to let go of. I don't mean like evil spirits or that kind of thing. I mean something within you. A way of thinking, some way that you're talking to yourself. There needs to be a shift in your own energy. And the way to shift your energy, you know, you're a magical person. I think it's time to do some serious magic about releasing the energy of the past and welcoming a new energy. And if you do that, you will see positive change within 3 to 6 months. Seriously. And I think you've done a lot of that already. And so there's a part of you that's like, but I've been trying, I've been doing that. And you have been, but not enough and not fully. So it's energy work that is needed here, and it will make an improvement for sure. Diana, thank you for being here. Diana Price, and thanks for being a member here. And you say, I so relate to that question, right? You feel pretty confident about the job, but what about housing? Will your housing application go through in time? So first of all, looking at the job, I do feel good. I feel good about you working as a writer. I also feel good about you working as a reader. Both of those things. So I think you're going to get the job thing together. So then the question becomes, well, what about a place to live? Because there's a disconnect between when the money's coming in and when your place to live is expired. And so in terms of the housing application you've put in, actually, I think you could have really good luck with that. And or there may be some stopgap measure that can be provided for you. You will find what you need. You will be okay. And the thing is, you've been like jumping from thing to thing to thing for a long time. And it sort of feels like you're just staying ahead of some terrible thing. And now you're feeling like a terrible thing is going to catch you. And I'm going to say not this time. The terrible thing does not catch you this time. However, you are really, really tired of having to jump from thing to thing to thing and never feel settled and never feel like you're ahead, never feel like you really have what you need. And I promise you, it's coming. It really is coming. All right. Now, let me just scroll down here so I can see this and say thank you very much to Adriana for the super sticker. Really, really appreciate it. All right. So next question is from Jeannie. And Jeannie Mnuchin, thank you so much for being a member for 10 months and for the super sticker today. So we have new people who have joined your theater group. How will their entrance change the dynamics? What will each add to the group and anything to be aware of in working with these new folks? So looking at each of them, we've got Sky, Dan, and Amy. Sky brings to the group good problem solving. Sky is a good problem solver. Dan brings to the group some good solid skills that have not been used as much as he's wanted them to be used. And Amy brings to the group some real intelligence and maybe some witty writing. So they all bring something to the group, but they all also bring some baggage to the group. I think this is sort of part of that energy of people who are really talented, who have not really had their talent seen or heard the way they would want. I know you can relate to that. So they've got that, and they each have their own level of fear or anger or anxiety or bitterness around that. How their entrance changes the dynamic? Well, it gives you a lot more to work with. It gives you a bigger group, which is more to work with, and that is going to be good. But they're really going to need leadership, and so you and the other leader are going to have to work together to lead this thing. And again, recognize there is all of this anxiety about everyone needs their voice to be heard, but people don't always have the best idea about how that can happen. And so there's a lot to work with. The more people, the more anxieties. So just be aware of that. But I think this is ultimately a really good thing. Yes, you did. You did sneak 3 questions into one, and I answered them. Okay, Robin Renee, thanks for being here. Thanks for the super sticker. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using one of the members only emojis. An update on your mans. Yeah. Well, this mythical mans. Oh my gosh. I got the moon and the lovers. The bottom line is your mans will be here when your mans gets here. And you just have to really trust that. It's when you get into this mindset that you're giving up, that it's not happened, that you're tired, that you don't want it anyway. And right now you need to focus on what you're doing. You've got an enormous task that you're working on, and you have to focus on that. But I promise you, there is a light at the end of this tunnel, and it is not an oncoming train. So the update is not here yet. But still on the way. Still on the way. Okay, Jang, so nice to see you here. Thank you for being here. Again, thank you so much for the super chat. And I'm so happy to see you here. I'm really excited. So I got my paycheck yesterday, and I think the calculated tax was very wrong, as I received very little money. My boss was not so thrilled about this. Was it wrong, and will I get my money back? Okay, let's take a look. Was it wrong? I think it probably was. I think you're right to question the calculation. And I don't think the boss is really bothered by it. It's just like one more thing to deal with. I think that if indeed you are owed money, you will get the money. And it's worth pursuing. One way or the other, it's worth pursuing. You're in a different country. You don't necessarily know how the tax structure works. But the way you want to pursue it is just to know. It may or may not be wrong, but I want to know the breakdown so I can see how it works. And if there is an error, obviously I'd like the error fixed, but I'm new here, so I just need to know how it works. That's how you want to approach it. All right. Okay, well, someone was going to ask it, and it's you, Allie Mammon. This might seem dire, but will there be a World War III? Will Russia survive and thrive after the destruction caused upon Ukraine? I apologize for bringing politics here, but I must know. So it is scary. You know, this whole thing is terrifying. And I'm not going to get too much into the political machinations of it. But do we see this as a World War III? Do we see that? Do we see the entire world at war with this? And I'm going to say probably not. I think cooler heads will prevail, will be my guess. And that's not to say that what's happening now is good or appreciated, but will it become a world war? I'm going to say no, but I am going to say that there are, you know, there are continued threats and continued problems, but I don't think we're looking at World War right now. Claire C., so nice to see you. Thanks for being here, and thanks for being a member here. If I sell my house, will I find a house I like more? And the answer is, if buying another house is what you choose to do, you will find a house you like better. Yes, yes. Okay, Nettie P., I don't know if you've already gotten to it, but if you haven't, you need to give me a specific question. Pamela's insight. I'm feeling unfocused and kind of all over the place. When or what would be most beneficial and productive to focus on right now? And I think the real question is, why are you feeling this way? Why are you feeling so unfocused and all over the place? And I think it's because you're getting ready to give birth to something, a creative project, an emotional realization, some healing. I think what you need to do right now, as much as possible, is focus on the beauty of nature, whatever that means to you. And something is coming out of this time that's going to take you to a next level. And so you're not bad. I think there's a part of you that's like feeling like you're bad for being in this space. But this is not bad. Not at all. Clumsy Clairvoyance, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. How can I have more financial success in the near future? And the answer is, I feel like it's definitely going to come to you. Look at this, the Three of Pentacles. It's definitely coming. The question is, what do you have to do to make it be there? I think you need to advocate for yourself more. In whichever aspect of your money-making ventures this would be in, or all of them, advocate for yourself. Ask for what you need. Get your voice out there, and the money will be there. Catherine Fan, so nice to see you. There's no more room for growth at my current job, and I'm looking for new opportunities. Will I get a new job offer that will be worth it to jump with a pay increase in a good company? It's not going to be immediate. It will happen, and it will probably happen in 2022, but not today, not tomorrow, but it is coming. Iva Morris, thanks for being a member here. So you're dancing on the fine line here. What does the tarot want me to know about purpose? Okay, I guess that's specific enough. What does tarot want you to know about purpose? That sometimes the purpose is just to get the work done. And sometimes when you're just getting the work done, you don't feel like you have a purpose at all. You just feel like you're a piece of the machine. But the machine has purpose, whether or not you feel like you do. And so for right now, just be the part of the machine that helps to get the work done, because the work is important. As time goes on, other feelings of purpose and other purposes will be revealed. I hope that answered the question you were thinking about. Peggy Lou Levens. What am I not seeing or refusing to see in my life? Peggy Lou, thank you for being a member. Man, I feel like you're dancing on that hairy edge too, but close enough, close enough. What are you not seeing or refusing to see? Your own ability to make money. I swear to goodness, that's true. Horse Fan Dunn, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. What can the tarot tell me about learning watercolor painting? I love that question. Oh man, this is going to bring you great joy and great happiness, and you're going to be really, really good at it. And this is like so much the right path for you, it's not even funny. That. Hello, everyone. I see all of you saying hi to me. I appreciate it. Sirius Shakir. I'm wondering if the newly planned community I'm looking to buy, where I'm looking to buy a new house, is a good option for my family. I feel like there's problems there. I'd be careful. I'd look at other things, and you might do better in a community that already exists that you can see what it is. Teresa C., nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using one of the members only emojis. Are the feelings mutual between me and the person I'm interested in? There are definitely feelings on both sides. There's definitely interest on both sides, but I don't know if mutuality is what I see there. You may have different agenda for what you want for relationships. So there is mutual interest, but the agenda may be different. Nalini, so nice to see you. My question is, what's wrong with me that's causing to be so stuck? Your basic belief that the way things have happened in your life were wrong and bad and shouldn't have gone that way. Your basic sense of regret and belief that things went wrong. That's the problem. White Magic Witch, nice to see you. Can I know when my health will improve? Honestly, I think it's coming soon. There may be some help that you need, something that you need to do, but I think it's coming soon. Kim Morris, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Will tomorrow go the way I hope? Not 100%, but not bad. Not bad. Close enough. Denise Woods, what would help me get out of this bad funk I'm in? Think about what brings you joy and do those things. Don't worry about other people or how other people are or who's not here or who's here or what's here. Don't worry about other people. Worry about yourself and your own joy. Chara Saddlemeyer, it's almost tax time. My question would be, where should I focus my finances to best propel me forward? And the answer is, you need a really good financial advisor to help you with your investments. Seriously. Gina Rutledge, will the lawsuit be beneficial to me? Obviously a good question for an attorney. I think it's going to drag on. I think in the long run, though, quite likely, yes. The Sun Spirit Tarot. Can I know what Zoo is feeling toward me now? I probably pronounced his name wrong. I think there's some anger and frustration right now for some reason. But also some interest. There's interest, there's anger, there's frustration. Okay, Seoni, nice to see you. My question is Love, his name is Love, falling in love with me? Do you see us getting into a relationship? Because it sure feels like he does. I think there's some interest there. I think on both sides there's been some hurt and disappointment in the past that has created difficulty for each of you to sort of move forward and trust this. But I do think there is some interest here. But again, I think there's a lot of fear here too. It might at this point be time to be kind of encouraging. If this is what you want, you may need to encourage it just a little bit. Okay, Zenobia, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a new member here. Glad you're here. I see your question. I will get to you in just a moment. Oh, wow. When I said no world war, Sayoni, where you are, it was 11:11 when I said that. That's so great. V, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. What do I see for your love life? Is it with someone new or a connection from the past and time frame? You got it. There is a connection from the past that's interested, but there's also someone new. So you're going to have to make a choice. There's like many people for you to choose from coming up, even over the next few months. And there's people from the past, but there's also new people. What would be best for you? I think someone new. And within the next 6 months. Okay, Zenobia, I need a job. My consulting assignment is up soon and I'm struggling with getting something that aligns with my ideals. Will I find something soon? Well, if your ideal is you like to be able to eat and pay your bills, you may need to compromise. I think you can find something, but again, I think there's going to have to be a compromise there, because at the end of the day, when we think about Maslow's hierarchy, at the end of the day, we all have the ideal of being able to eat and pay our bills. And so I think that's where you need to focus right now. And then you will find something. Betty Flesher, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. After months of shadow work and self-healing, I'm feeling at a standstill. I know there's an area that needs much work, but I don't know what it is. Help. Thanks for using one of the members-only emojis. I think the area is where you cut yourself some slack and have some fun and don't worry too much. You know, you're really good at the serious stuff, but it's hard for you to be good at the lighthearted stuff because the serious stuff is so serious. That's what I think. And it's harder still just because of some of the things you've got going on in your life, but try to be lighthearted. Jang, thank you so much. It's good to be cool, especially at my age. That feels good. Thank you. Jackie Masters, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using the members only emoji. As things are changing at my place of work and other 2 people are leaving, you mentioned I should consider a move, but what area of work or industry should I be looking in? It could be the same or similar to what you're now doing, just a different place. What does dancing the hairy edge means? It means it was dancing. Sorry. I'm sorry, Iva. I'm so sorry. The hairy edge of whether that was a specific question or not, but I decided it was. But was was the reading helpful? That's what I want to know. Okay, Tortoiseshell Moon, nice to see you. I'm struggling to juggle everything and feeling the overwhelm. Will I ever manage to strike the balance? Something has to change. You're getting things done and you're okay, but you can only do this for so long. Within the next 3 months, there needs to be a change. The flawed idea is the idea that you can balance all of this like this. You can't. You're doing the best that a person possibly could to handle what you got to handle, and you can do it for a while, but something needs to change. Oh, Nalini, thank you so much. Okay, Sayoni, that makes sense to you. Good. Thank you all. Thank you all for the feedback. Zenobia, right? Thanks for using that emoji. That's great. So I feel like I've answered every question. Did I miss anyone? If I did, I'm so sorry. Thank you for your feedback. Thank you for your greetings. Thank you for being here. It is last call for readings, y'all. If I accidentally missed you, please reiterate. If you're just getting here, haven't asked a question, please do. I want to remind you that I am available for readings by phone, Skype, FaceTime, Messenger, Zoom, or if you happen to be local, right here at this here table. Reach out, go to my website, christianagodet.com. You can book directly, or you can book directly on my website, or you can find my contact information there. Peggy Lou, the thing that you're missing is that you can make money, and you don't realize you can make money, but you can. Okay. Missy Me, I will wait for your question. Z, Zenobia, you're double dipping. No double dipping. Save that question for next week. Missy Me, go ahead and get that question in. And Glipper, can I know when I'll meet someone whom I'll marry? When I'll meet someone whom I'll marry, or have I already met him? I'm not sure that you've already met them. When do I think you will, when do I think that you will meet someone that you will marry? I think it's coming within the next year, year and a half. I think it's fairly soon. Okay. Ivy, you're laughing. Okay, Missy Me, you're not talking to your family. Your mom has passed away. I'm so sorry. Should you reach out to them? The thing is, you know what you know, Missy Me. You know how they are. You know what they know. You know why you're not speaking with them. And if you reach out to them, you know what's likely to happen. It's not a bad idea to reach out to them, especially given this recent bereavement, but don't expect anything different. You don't go to the same well and expect to get different water. Go with boundaries, go with limited expectation, go with the high vibration of unconditional love, but also clarity about how different you are from your family, and thank the good Lord for that. And know that your mother is with you in spirit in a positive way. Okay, no problem, Zenobia. No problem at all. Just save that question for next week, my friend. So happy to have you here. Jenny Sue, if you've got a question, it's time to put it in, man. It's last call. Get me that question. Meanwhile, Betty Flesher, thank you so much for the very generous super chat. I really appreciate it. Okay. Oh, Jenny just has a little specific question. Future plans, career, how's my whole life going to be? You need a reading with me. What I will say is this. I think you have a hard time trusting. You have a hard time trusting yourself. You have a hard time trusting others. You have a hard time trusting that things are going to be okay. Your future will be what you make it, but you have to trust yourself to do that. That's the important thing. All right, my friends, I want to thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate you. We try to do this every Saturday that I can at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time, the Saturday Psychic Sampler, where you ask specific questions and I give specific answers. I appreciate you all so much. Special shout out to all our members, and especially Zenobia, because she's our most recent member, so we really appreciate her. Thank you to everyone with the super stickers and super chats. Okay, here's your specific question. I've been doing a daily card and applying it as daily guidance for my life. Is it purposeful and meaningful? If it is to you, it is to me. And Missy Me, please do subscribe. Yes, subscribe and hit that button to get notifications so you know when I go live. Thank you all very much. I appreciate all of you so much. You all take really good care.